Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge large-scale chandelier ribbon with 12 arms. This is going to be the 194156. There's also a smaller one, the 104107. That one is 38 by 37. The one we're talking about today, the 194156, this is a large chandelier. That's why it's called large scale. 57.5 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the loop where the chain is going to start. 53.3 inches in diameter, so it's a good size. It's coming in at 53 pounds. That's going to be very important for you because anything above 25 pounds, Underwriter Labs says that we have to tell you that the weight of this fixture requires it to be attached to a structure of your building and not just hanging from drywall and electrical box up above. Very, very important. It's also going to be shipping on a pallet, and it's going to be shipping by a very large truck, like an 18-wheel truck, so we need to know where it's going. A couple things. If you're on top of a big mountain that's hard to get to with a big truck like that, it'd be good for you to tell us. Also, if you have access to any kind of loading dock, it could be where you work, where a family member works, a friend works, so we can just take this pallet and push it onto a dock. It makes it so much easier to deliver, okay? Let's get into more details, and I want to show you a lot of those things by looking at the install sheets. So if you're on the page for this on HandmadeInVermont.com, look over on the right-hand side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. If you can open that up for me, it's going to be awesome. That is going to show you a lot of information. So this is going to be shipping with 11 feet of wire. So that's quite a bit of wire. Should get you down from the second story. If you need more wire than 11 feet, you have to tell us. It's also going to be shipping with 6 feet of chain. So that's to begin with. So chain has a seam on the side of it, right here on the long side, so it can open and close with a tool called a chain separator that your installer is going to have. If you need more chain than 6 feet, we do sell additional chain. You can use obviously as little as one piece, or you can use as much as you want to up to that 11 feet. And just contact me for information on ordering additional chain with the fixture. It's not a big deal. We do it all day long. Okay. It's also going to be shipping with canopy kit. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. It's going to be on your ceiling. This is coming in about 5 inches. These are 4 inches, so it covers it beautifully. And there you go. Okay. So let's get into additional things. You're also going to see on that sheet there's going to be this tool, and this is a retaining ring tool, and I'll talk more about that in just a little bit. I do want to see if I have a retaining ring though. So maybe I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't have one laying around, but we'll get through it anyway. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about what's inside of this. Hubbardton Forge says that this is a halogen fixture. It is going to be shipping with halogen bulbs, and these are going to be these 60-watt halogens, these little guys, and they're wonderful. You can dim them. They're going to be there anyway. You might as well use them. However, a lot of you guys are going to want to ask, can I use LEDs in this G9 halogen socket? It's actually a G9 socket. It's not really a halogen socket. And the answer is yes. So if you've seen other videos where I talk about LEDs, there are tons of LEDs available in the marketplace exactly for this fixture and for this socket. So I'm going to put my favorite in here. This is a cob LED, and you can see it in the picture next to me. And they come in different types, lots of different types. And that's going to be the same thing for all LEDs. There's so many of them out there now. So the cob LEDs kind of look like corn cobs. And this one's a clear one. This is a 75-watt equivalent. The smaller one with the frosted covering on it, that's a 60-watt equivalent. These two guys here, these are phosphorus LEDs, so they have these orange stripes inside, and all of these things are going to work great. There's no right or wrong. It's really just a matter of which ones you've used in the past and kind of like better. I tend to like the cob ones. I think I get more light out of them. I have also noticed they last longer. And they're a little bit more secure as far as, power surges and those kind of things. But they're all pretty cool. So the other thing is you want to make sure, a couple things. You want to make sure that you get a dimmable version of it, which is going to be pretty important when you've got 12 arms on this thing. And if you have 75-watt bulbs or 75-watt equivalent bulbs, in each one of them you want to be able to dim it. So you want to get dimmable versions. You want to get a good dimmer that's set up for LEDs. And the other thing is you want to buy them in the color temperature that you guys like. So I tend to like the warmth of an incandescent bulb. Remember these things when we were kids? People had these things, the standard incandescent 60-watt bulb. The warmth that comes out of this is going to be 3,000 Kelvin. Remember, it was called a warm white. And that's 3,000 Kelvin that you can get on LEDs. That's the light coming down on me from the LEDs above me. And these are 40-watt equivalent 3,000 Kelvin warm white bulbs. That said, some people like that whiter light, like a doctor's office or hospital. It's also called daylight. It's a little misnomer because daylight you would think would be a more orange-yellow light, but it's not. It's a white light, and that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. So it's really important that you guys know the differences when you're out buying bulbs. Really, really important. So moving on from there, why don't we just quickly touch on this tool. So the idea of this thing is that there's going to be a little retaining ring that is going to screw over the threaded socket on this, and it just goes into the flared end of this. You just pop it right in. It's going to take the place of your hand getting into the glass. And there's two setups for glass. I'll get into those in just a second. But how I generally will put this on is I'll put the bulb in first, just like this. You just snap it right in. Then I'm going to take that retaining ring, pop it in here. And let's say I do this glass combo where I have clear and I have an opal diffuser. I'll actually take this, because sometimes this thing will fall out of it. If I go like this, the retaining ring can pop out. So I'll generally put it in like this, put the guy over like that. That's a smaller inner diffuser. And then take the outer one and gently put it over the top. And then I use two hands and I hold it down. I hold them together, don't forget. And I just kind of lower them over the socket. And then I use the retaining ring as a proxy from my hand. So remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And you're going to just slowly do this until it's snug on there. You're going to take it out. The retaining ring will not be on this. It'll be actually holding the glass to the fixture. And you'll put this into a kitchen drawer someplace and forget about it, so it's there 10 years from now when you need it. It's very small, so it won't get in the way. So let's go back to this glass idea. So you're going to notice you've got two glass options, and they're a little bigger than this. This is actually off of the smaller 4107. The glass is its same shape and all those kind of things, but it's just a tad bigger. So you're going to have two options for glass. You're going to have Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which is an opaque white glass. It actually warms up more when you have the light coming through it. Looks a little pretty stark white now, but it does warm up quite a bit. And I'll get more into opal glass in just a little bit. And then the second one you're going to be having is going to be this clear glass, and it's going to have an opal diffuser, and this is going to be basically to cover up that socket so you don't see it, but it does allow you to have this really pretty piece of glass, this clear glass. Hubbardton's glass is all hand blown, so this is a really pretty piece of glass in a great shape on its own. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like downing pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.